AnonymousS.org is a website that I made which invites donor-conceived people, donors, parents, adoptees, fertility industry professionals, anybody who's involved with third-party reproduction. It invites them to write in stories about their insights, their experiences, and these stories are all submitted anonymously because our tagline is "Anonymity in donor conception hides the truth, but anonymity in storytelling may help reveal it." So we're dealing with the realities of donor conception, but people are very ashamed sometimes too to speak the truth. So we have a platform for that.
Okay. And it was like a personal story, like your own story led you to create the organization how it is today.
Well, what I realized was when I wanted to go speak out publicly and criticize third-party reproduction, I was getting these very difficult phone calls from my mom, and of course my work embarrasses her, and it has disrupted our relationship. And I realized that there were other donor-conceived people who are not speaking their truth because to do so means they have to sacrifice a healthy relationship with the only parents that they have.
Right.
So they're not speaking out, and we're not improving the system because of that. And so my enterprise combats that.
How has the disposable father and mother impacted our culture?
Good question. Fatherlessness, we actually have really good data on what happens when society tosses away fathers. And we know that 90% of homeless and runaway youth come from fatherless homes, and 90% of arsonists and 80% of rapists, and girls who grow up without their fathers are 711% more likely to become teen moms, 92% more likely to get a divorce. There's just a whole gamut of negative outcomes for kids who don't grow up with their fathers. And a lot of kids will not get enough mothering either, because then the mother, in order to support the family, has to work 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 jobs, and she's not around. So kids just not getting the kind of care that they need, and people take a long time to fully develop, and we need a lot of care.
Yeah. Today it seems like there's a lot of celebrities that are hiring surrogates, and the media is kind of painting surrogacy in a positive light. What would you say to people who are starting to believe that surrogacy is a good option for infertility?
The powerful are speaking. They're not interviewing the surrogates themselves, and they're having pictures of these bouncing 3- and 4-year-old children, but they're not talking to adults conceived through surrogacy. And so it's the powerful who's been exposed in the media, not the other parties. And surrogacy is exploitative of a woman's body. She's seen as a vessel, not a full person. She's a service provider, and the baby is seen as a commodity. And if the baby isn't exactly what the commissioning parents want, they abort the child. I mean, a lot of celebrities are, the profile of a celebrity is you have to work really hard in Hollywood, and to get to that point, these women have neutered themselves with contraception for years and years and years, so they've aged out of their own fertility, but they want everything, and they have the money. So it troubles me, because it's going to be poor women whose bodies take all the risk and take all the health consequences so that these people can have the kids they want.
That's so true. So in our everyday lives, and in conclusion, what can we do to affirm the need for the beauty of natural family planning? Just as everyday people, you know, as college students, high school students, I know married couples, what can we do? Like something small every day just to keep in mind and to do to affirm the beauty of NFP.
Model it, use it, teach other people how to use it. I think contraception is definitely the original sin that has led to all of these other things, and contraception has created a female strategic disadvantage in the marriage marketplace. So women are more likely to want to have kids. Men are more likely to want to have sex.
Right.
And then when you've separated sex and procreation, you have these women who are desperate to have kids and have a family, but the men are over here partying, and they're not willing to step up right then. And young women need to keep the price of sex high.
Right.
So it's very important for all women to keep the price of sex high so that men are willing to marry younger women, and all women. And the one that you just have to model, teach.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thanks.